Hello, and welcome to our TikTok 101 webinar today. Really excited to find out how to do TikTok from the back end. And I'm no expert, but I'm delighted to be joined by Shah from TikTok today. So welcome, Shah. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm really good. How are you doing?
I'm great. And I should just say before we get into the webinar, TikTok are headline sponsors for Channel X this Channel X World this year, taking place on the 11th of October. If you'd like to come along and learn more about TikTok, you can get tickets at channelxworld.com. But today we're going to be looking more at the back end of TikTok on the how to do it. Where do you go? What do you click? How do you get started? So delighted to have you here, Shah. Where do we get started?
So thank you so much, Chris. Amazing intro, and absolutely, I think we've got a jam-packed agenda. So look, guys, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Shahriyar Hassan. Please feel free to call me Shah. What we do at TikTok is we help brands kickstart their journey and get their products onto the platform on the back end. That way they can have their TikTok and their TikTok shop connected to help drive their growth orders and ultimately grow their following and their whole brand on TikTok on that platform. So we are going to cover a lot today. Have your notepads ready, and we are live, so please do share any questions and we'll be able to help support you on your journey. Essentially, when you think about TikTok, I think it's always great to remember how we differentiate ourselves from other platforms. And it is all about real organic content that drives community engagement. So when you look at your brand, it's not about how many followers you have, but it's about how many engaged followers you have, and how do you build that community. So for today's session, we've got a really good agenda. We're going to go through, firstly, the Seller Center walkthrough, an introduction to our backend and how easy it is to navigate all you need to do on your shop in one specific designated area. We're then going to deliver some top tips for your e-commerce content. We're going to cover short videos. What are the great things to do to really boost your conversions and your engagement? And then we're actually going to do the live session as well. So we're going to cover how, top tips on your lives. How do you make them more engaging? How do you maximize live streaming and being on TikTok Shop for lives? And then finally, something that I know you guys are all going to be waiting for. So stay tuned for this exclusive TikTok Shop Star Seller Pretty Perfect products. We've got some creators coming in who are our TikTok Shop star merchants. They have been amazing. They're really good as a British brand based in Essex, made in Essex. And I can't wait for you guys to be able to see them, meet them, and gain some insights from their experience on TikTok Shop. So pretty big agenda. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss it. And yeah, let's get started. So if I move on to the next slide, introducing our Seller Center. So once your application is approved to be on TikTok Shop and your brand is linked with their TikTok, you can pretty much move on to managing your product catalog, updating your shipping preferences, fulfill your TikTok Shop orders. Everything you need to do is in one space in your backend. For example, if you are a seller on other platforms, or if you have an e-commerce background and expertise, you may have your own backend operations that you manage, all the behind the scenes. And essentially, that's what TikTok Shop Seller Center is. All your backend ready for you to manage on a day-to-day basis. Now, one thing to remember here is we've actually made it super easy for everyone to kind of take part, where you can be a personal, new startup, or you can be a really established SMB where you're driving orders, and you can get started today. It's super easy to use either the app, so you can download it on your phone and work through and manage your products, manage everything you need to on the app, or actually, and personally, I prefer the desktop just to have a bit more visibility. You can use Seller Center on your desktop. So we've got quite a few options on how to actually manage your shop and gives everyone a flexibility. But I guess you're thinking, right, Shah, this is great, but where do I actually start? And the first thing what we look at is product upload. So the most important part is having your products available for your users and your audience to actually view and click through to your content and order. That's the beauty of TikTok Shop. It's so seamless how you go from engaging, fun, authentic content to being able to see, right, this is the product that's associated with that content. How can I purchase it? So making sure your products are uploaded is super, super important. And we've made it, again, super easy to do that with 2 specific ways on your Seller Center. So the first way is single product upload. And the way you do that is through 4 super easy steps. Number 1, you log into your Seller Center. Number 2, you click on the add new product section. And number 3, you add basic product information. The name, category, and then number 4 is that description, that all important keywords, buzzwords. What is the actual product about? So really, really simple, really straightforward. But actually, when do you use this? When do you use single product? So most of the brands that we find utilizing that specific tool of single product upload is when you're doing a soft launch and you say, sure, this is great, but actually, can I try with some of my hot products? Can I see how does it work? You know, at the end of the day, all you need is one single viral video, and that's it. Your products can be sold out. So super important to remember, you only need one product if you want to try and you want to test the platform, you want to test your product and the reach and discoverability, you can do so with a single product. Now, the second way, even simpler because it's only 2 steps, is batch upload. And this is where you may have 10 products or you may have 10 variations of a single product. And you may have even more. So sometimes, brands are launching a new category, they're launching new products, new seasons, and you want everything to happen in a really easy, seamless way. What do? You go to your TikTok Seller Center, you go to upload products, batch upload, and the first most important step is download the Excel template. Once you've downloaded our Excel template, you can actually fill in all your product information in one setting, in one scenario, and simply re-upload that into your Seller Center to see the approval process take place. Now, I say that's pretty much it. The most important part here is you can see if you have made any errors or typos and the process of each product being uploaded successfully. So that's the interesting part, where if you do have any errors or anything specific that we need more information on, then we will be able to let you know for failed attempts to quickly step into that reason, step into that product, modify and re-upload. So we have made it super, super easy to upload your catalog in one setting. A couple of things to remember is, number 1, make sure you avoid adding or deleting any rows and columns in the template. So the template is fixed. All you got to do is fill it in, and it's super straightforward. Number 2, some of the categories like food and beverages, jewelry, they are invite only, which doesn't necessarily mean you can't apply, because now what's exciting to know is we have just launched an in-feed Seller Center application process, which means you can submit all those necessary documents. So for example, if you're a food and beverages seller and you have health and safety documents that you need to upload, you can directly apply and put those within the category and product upload qualification segment of Seller Center. So quite a lot of words there, but essentially means you can apply for permission and access, and you'll be able to see in real time the process of that getting approved. If we need any further documentations, it will all be there in that session. So everything you need is under product upload segment of Seller Center. Really seamless, really easy to use. Now, once you've actually uploaded your products, the rest of it is super simple. There's nothing else you need to do. You can connect your products to your content, whether that's a short video. When you're going to upload a short video and you create the content, you can simply scroll down to the bottom and you'll be able to see attach and upload products to link your short videos with that exact product. Same thing with live shopping. As soon as you have, let's just say you want to go live, you can now connect the products that you have in your catalog on your back end, ready to go. So Really, really straightforward. We do think about how do we make the journey of uploading products as easy as possible. There is one more hidden step that you can do. And it is a very, very common question, Chris. I get this all the time. Shah, look, this is amazing, very exciting. I don't want to miss out on TikTok. I've got great content ideas. I've got short videos. I've got lives. However, how can I integrate my TikTok shop backend with my existing backend of my e-commerce, my e-commerce website, my other platforms? Can I connect it all together so it works in sync? And it's a really, really good question. I'm excited to let you guys all know we do have a specific section under TikTok Shop Seller Center, where you can go to apps and service store, and you can find other third-party connectors that help you join and marry the two together. So essentially, when you have your TikTok shop connected to your website backend, the orders of the products can be in real time. So it helps and make the whole of your backend a little bit easier to manage. We don't at the moment, as of today, have our own integration. But the beautiful thing is we've made it easier for you to connect with third-party providers to make it all happen. So what does that enable you to do? It allows you to push products across. So for example, if you have a website with, let's say, Magento, Shopify, WooCommerce, and a few others, there are third-party applications that you can connect where it will push your existing catalog with a few minor changes and modifications and into your TikTok Shop Seller Center. So it does make the process a little bit easier. One of the beautiful things about integration is you can synchronize your inventory. So for example, let's say you have a video, it goes viral, amazing, and all your stock sells out on TikTok Shop. You can have it synced and connected to your live inventory, which is also on your website, and that way the stock and inventory in your website reflects the stock that's actually available in real time. And finally, the distinguishing between TikTok Shop orders. So sometimes you might want to actually manage it all in one space. So you can have your TikTok Shop orders clearly marked and clearly highlighted for it to be from TikTok Shop rather than your website. You can see that in one space on your back end if you have the integration available. And that way you can, if you're live and you're packaging orders, you can see, right, these ones are from TikTok Shop and these ones are from my website, and you can speak more about it. So there are really good ways of raising visibility of your TikTok Shop orders, making the product sync a lot quicker and easier. And essentially, we are continuously trying to extend our integration capabilities. So if your e-commerce backend is not supported today, don't worry, you can still 100% launch your TikTok Shop and manage your products and orders on Seller Center. So top tips there on product upload and integration. Now, Academy and affiliate access. This is something I'm very excited to tell you all about. So you can officially access TikTok Shop Academy and TikTok Shop affiliate marketing all in the same place in your brand new Seller Center. So what does that mean? It means you can have access to live webinar replays. You can have access to free educational resources and courses that are being built and optimized straight from the source. So essentially, we do try and help all our brands optimize their content. We've got some top tips today, but if you wanted to get on some courses, you can do that on TikTok Academy, totally free. As soon as you got access to Seller Center, you can use those logins to actually gain access to the Academy. And the second part of that is actually setting up affiliate plans. Now, Chris, you know me, I've mentioned this a few times before. Affiliates, I absolutely love what we have done with setting up an affiliate plans, because what we've done is we've taken it from the traditional approach of approaching one-on-one with creators, influencers, and trying to negotiate something in play, right? We've taken it and spun it right on its head. So now what you can do is you can do the traditional method of speaking to one-on-one creators, and you can also have your products uploaded onto the affiliate side where creators can come to you. So it makes it a little bit easier just to manage your shop and have multiple different creators represent your brand, represent who you are and your products, and actually create content for you whilst you sit back and manage your seller center. So a beautiful, beautiful thing about TikTok Shop is how you can make it easy to work for you and within your kind of existing operations. So on your affiliate side, once you set it up once, you're good to go. The rest of it is just kind of optimizing, updating if you have got any samples you need to fulfill, and everything, again, all three elements, your TikTok Shop Seller Center, where you manage your products and your inventory, your TikTok Shop Academy, and your TikTok Shop Affiliate Access. All three pillars are under one umbrella, under one section and segment, under your TikTok Shop Seller Center. So that's everything. I know those are a lot of words, Chris. If you have any questions, please feel free to throw them at me. But essentially, that is a wrap up of how you can get started, how to get your TikTok shop up and ready, and it can all be done within one session. We've made it super easy. And now what we want to do is actually give you the fun stuff and the insights and the exciting bits and pieces, top tips of short videos and lives. So we're going to move on to this next segment. Get your pens and papers ready, get your notepads ready, because we're going to be giving out TikTok Shop top tips.
So, Shah, I've got one question, actually quite an important question before we move on. And that is, I believe you've got to have 1,000 followers before you can open a TikTok shop. Okay. Have you got any top tips on how to get 1,000 followers? Now, I know if you're a big brand, it's going to be easy. You just like email your database and 1,000 people will follow you on TikTok. But what about smaller brands that maybe don't have that following already? How can they get people to follow them so they can get their shop open?
Oh, Chris, what an absolutely great question. And I love it for 3, 4, 5 different reasons. I could go on and on. The first part to answer that question is, and you may not believe this, but I can guarantee you 100% sure, you do not need 1,000 followers to set up a TikTok shop. That is just, it's one of those myths that's been going around. It's not true. You do not need it. So you might have heard it first time live today.
I'm pleased you're debunking that myth then, because I was taken in by it.
Yeah, they got you, Chris. But no, honestly, it's really good. It's a really good question, because also at the same time, we do work with a lot of brands that are established and they actually don't know how to following up. And sometimes it takes a little while, but we do have the top tip section. I would 100% recommend following those top tips. Part of it is consistency. Part of it is trying to improve your video quality. There are easy tips and there are big tips. So we're going to make sure we have your audience covered in today's session. But also at the same time, when it comes to going from 0 to not just 1,000, but even 10,000, 20,000, TikTok is the place to be able to do that, because of your For You page. And your For You page ultimately is what differentiates TikTok from other platforms. It's all about product discoverability. So I would recommend even you, Chris, if you go on your TikTok and you just scroll through your For You page and count how many times do I see a new content creator or a new brand or product. And that's the beauty of TikTok. It's about bringing to you recommendations of content and creators and brands that are relevant to your interests. So as long as you have a TikTok, as long as you can create content, you will without doubt surpass and keep growing your follower base with true and real community style followers. And that is actually what we're excited to introduce you to when we speak about Pretty Perfect Products. So they have a insanely engaged audience who are super excited about anytime they go live or anytime they launch a new product. And they've done the basics really, really well. It's been authentic, true, and exciting content. So actually that teases up really well. So if you're ready to go, let's talk about the top tips.
Yeah, excited to meet them. Let's get them in the studio.
Perfect. Let's do it. We'll switch over now and we'll go meet Jacqueline and Sean with Pretty Perfect Products. All right, guys, welcome back. And we have got Pretty Perfect Products here with us today. It's an absolute pleasure. And this is going to be a very exciting time for us to dive in and learn more about you guys. So we've got Sean.
Yes.
And
Jacqueline.
Amazing. The two guys from Pretty Perfect. We've got another team as well that are behind you, of course. So thank you so much for joining us. Now, personally, I like writing things down. The traditional way of knowing, what I need to do in my day, but then the list grows, and then that list has its own list. And then I have a work list, a personal to-do list. I have a food shopping list, meal prepping list, and an extra list. So I'm covered in lists. And essentially I've said lists so much that even I don't know what's going on. So lists are a massive part of, me trying to organize my day. But let me introduce you and tell you about Pretty Perfect Products and what these guys do. Imagine a world where your to-do lists are transformed into beautifully crafted masterpieces, where the act of planning becomes a journey of joy, where every crossed off task is a symphony of success. Pretty Perfect Products believes in turning the mundane into the magnificent, the chaotic into the choreographed, and the overwhelming into the outstanding. How do they do this? They do this through a range of planners, desk pads, and digital products. It's not just stationery, it's a secret weapon to conquering challenges in your day-to-day and planning and preparing for ahead. With over 437,000 followers and still growing, and 4.6 million, let me just repeat that, 4.6 million likes. In the last 2 months, superbly balanced even split of TikTok shop orders coming from lives and short videos. A true British brand based in Essex, made in Essex, and now here with us today. So it's an absolute pleasure and honor to have you guys here with us. With Jacqueline.
Well, what an introduction.
I was like, good, all right?
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, there's so much we can talk about, the brand, the products, who you guys are. So how are you guys doing today?
Yeah, we're good, thank you.
Really
Thanks
good.
for joining
So,
us.
no, absolute pleasure to have you here. And I just want to start from the beginning and kind of understand a little bit more of where did it all begin? How did it all begin?
So the brand, I was teaching at the time. I'm a secondary school teacher, and I obviously like to be organised. I'm quite a creative person anyway. And as you say, lists just run my life. I think I feel like my brain has so many tabs open. I think if I don't have lists to cross them off, I'm all over the place. Yeah. And it was in lockdown, and I feel like lockdown was a bit of a funny time, wasn't it? I think obviously we were at home. There was, children weren't in schools. Obviously, I was remote teaching at the time, and I had all these different notebooks, and I just wanted something that had everything all in one place to organise my whole life, homework, cleaning, meals, budgeting. And sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm 38 weeks pregnant. Yeah, so
let's add mum to that.
Yeah, mum as well. I was organising so I just wanted something. I thought, you know what, I'm going to go create it. And that was the first product. And I think there was nothing on the market like it. And I think a lot of people felt the same. They just wanted something that just had everything. So something you could take, to work with you. You have your separate to-do list for that. You're cleaning your meals. And so it just grew and grew from there.
What did it start off with? Was it just a single product?
Yeah, the Pretty Perfect Planner, which is the all-in-one. We call it the Bible. I think the followers,
the Bible, the original.
Yeah, so it's just if you've got a business and you work and you've got all these different things, that's the one for you, because it's just got everything all in one place. It's got bucket lists in there as well. It's got everything. So. And
then, Sean, what was your journey into the brand and the business?
So I started with the business in February. I knew roughly of the business from Jacqueline used to teach my cousins at primary school, at secondary school, and I knew of the business because they used to get products from Jacqueline, and they always used to rave about them.
Oh, wow,
so I followed her because of that. You put up a job advert, and it kind of all went from there. But since I've come on, we've been doing obviously TikTok. That's kind of like my main role. I managed a lot of the TikTok lives and the TikTok sales side of things, and other social media platforms like content, etc.
Is it fair to say you're both quite creative? and that's your creators first.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I wouldn't say we're very salesy. Like I use my products in an everyday. So it's not, when people go, about time, the editing takes a bit of time, but I'm actually doing the stuff anyway. So I'm using the product in my day to day. I'm meal planning. I just put the camera and I just film myself meal planning. I'll be doing it anyway. So yeah.
Amazing. And then I guess that's where the audience itself. So you've got such a huge audience, but not just that the following is big. The engagement is so high, and people want to tune in and see. And I know we had this discussion before as well about your short videos and then having lives, and how people are just so drawn to you guys and want to see in real time, what are you doing? How do you do this? How do you actually use the products? How do you feel, like, what's so special about the brand that gets people connected?
I think obviously our vision is like our products are all centered around time and creating balance. And I think a lot of people can relate. I think we're all guilty of saying, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. So it's just that's what all our products are. It's creating time. So the meal planner, it's batch cooking meals and, doing TikToks and showing people how to batch cook and how to use a planner. And then I've had so many people saying, commenting on my videos going, I've saved 4 hours, 5 hours this week so I can spend time after work with my family, which is amazing. That's literally what it's all about. And obviously we share a lot of our story on TikTok as well. So I'm an open book, and I think that's like really important. I think the followers enjoy that. Obviously,
you're relatable. Yeah. It's really transparent. So
I lost my dad at 19, and he always used to say, "Oh, when I retire, when I do this," and obviously he never got there. So I think that was the switch for me. It was like, no, I don't like cooking. Obviously, I like food. I just don't like cooking. So I just want to get it done. And then I've got that time in the evening to spend with my family. I don't like cleaning. Let's get a cleaning planner. Let's be productive with it, because I want a clean house. I just don't want to clean. So yeah, it's just stuff like that. I think that people just relate to. It's just real life content. So yeah.
Jacqueline and Sean, huge congratulations on your business so far. I mean, it sounds absolutely amazing. And congratulations on your pregnancy as well, of course. But I want to know about your aspirations. Where do you want to take the business? How big do you see it getting? Where do you see it in sort of 2 years, 5 years, 10 years' time?
We were talking about this on the way down. We were saying that we want to be TikTok's leading productivity. We want to be like the known brand for like productivity. Like a stationery
someone
brand.
says, "Oh, I'm looking for this." It's like,
we're the go-to, like Pretty Perfect products. And I feel like we're getting there. But yeah, we just want to continue to grow, continue to create products. I think there's like university students that are saying that they want, things to help them. And so just continue to grow and be the leading productivity brand on TikTok.
Just keep creating products that are there to help people.
And content, because I think a lot of people watch the content for a couple of months, and then they go, "I finally have." It's almost like you're building the trust, and they're like, "I've finally done it, and I'm so glad I have because X, Y, and Z." So content and products really. So
it's sort of, as you say, like unlocking time, and everyone can unlock time. So I guess that's where it's not just mums, teachers, but as you say, you can go towards that direction of university students who also have the same kind of problems that everyone has in terms of, I don't have the time, what do I do, how do I do this? So what other audiences do you see yourself going towards? University students, any other particular audiences?
It's just anyone that wants to save time. I mean,
our products, anyone can use them. They're not just because Jacqueline was a teacher when she made it doesn't mean only people that are in teaching can use it. We often get people now saying, "Do you have anything for teachers?" And like when we're on a live, and I'm like, "Well, Jacqueline was one, and she created this planner, so technically it's perfect for you." But it will work for anyone. Like every product is. And a
lot of women buy them for their husbands because they need lists and stuff. So little pad of lists. I mean, Adam uses it all the time. I think it's just anyone that, as you say, wants to save time and
be a bit more organised.
Because I think organisation does become addictive. Once you start one thing, you think, "Oh my god, this is how mentally it's making me feel better and how much time I'm saving." I think then it's like
it does. It alleviates a certain something on your shoulders, it just goes away. It's like, oh, I know what I need to do. Chris, what's it like for you, organization-wise? We convinced you to join into the...
You kind of have, because I'm sitting here with sort of letters on my desk and checks that need paying in, and I've got my notebook with some notes from meetings in. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, you need a productivity pad.
I'm kind of like thinking that if I could get it all in one place, this is going to work for me. But tell us more about the TikTok experience and TikTok shop. Sean, what's really worked for the business? What TikTok shop features have really moved the business forward?
Live streams definitely have made a massive impact. They were something that I was really scared and nervous to start using and to start doing, but they're actually really fun. So we have another team member, Faye, who works alongside me and helps me with all the lives. And we work really well together. Faye actually used to be a customer before she was employed. So she knows and used and owned every single product that we sold. She knows them inside and out. So when she is talking through them, she brings in her products that she's using so people can see a real life view. And I think one thing that customers struggle with, I know you always used to say it when you were buying planners before you had your own company, that you'd look on a website and they'd only have 3 or 4 images and you'd think, well, you're telling me that's like a 400-page planner. Like, what are all the other pages? I don't just want to see the 3 pages that might help me. I want to know what all the content is. So the live streams really help us show our customers and anyone watching that everything that is inside our products, we kind of go through it step by step, tell you how you can use it and different ways you can use it. And normally we have so many people in the comments that say, actually, I use this planner like this, so this could really help you if that's what you're looking for. And it's built like a really nice community feel.
They sort of answer the questions for each other, don't they? So,
we have such an amazing kind of like, I hate the word customer, but they are customers, but they're like our community. We have such a good like little community base, and everyone does just kind of help each other and give everyone ideas on how to use our product. So live streams have helped massively.
I mean, for everyone watching as well, that's definitely one of the things that we always say on TikTok. It's not just about having that massive number of people following you, but it's about how do you develop a real true community of engagement. And I think, absolutely, you do that super successfully, and you see that from the lives. What actually convinced you to do the lives when you were kind of nervous? Because I totally understand how it can be a bit daunting when you're first thinking about, I'm going to be live now in real time. Yeah. What kind of, what
I think a lot of people wanted us to, like, a lot of followers were commenting, asking us to come on and show us more.
And we use TikTok, like, just personally, and it was one of them things that I would sit there for hours just scrolling through and watching. And I was thinking, it can't be that hard. Like, people are doing it. So if we just try, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least we've tried it. But it's been amazing since we've started it.
So when you do a live, how do you prepare to go through a 400-page planner? And how long do you do the lives for? They sound like it's going to take all day to do.
Well, to be honest, we've got it down to a fine art.
Yeah,
we can whiz through these planners now in about 5 to 10 minutes. Absolutely, and that's a long one. I'd say, like, some of our bigger planners, we can probably get through them really quickly. If people are asking, obviously, for in-depth like views on certain pages, we will go through them. But 9 times out of 10, it's quite a quick flick through, but you are seeing all the content. On average, our lives are anywhere between 2 and 4 hours.
They go really quickly, don't they?
4 hours are like our big ones. We normally do like one a month, like at the end of the month, like a payday one. But on average, at the minute, we're doing 2 a week, and they are both 2 hours each that are like evening lives. But yeah, they could go on for hours, and you wouldn't even realise. Like, you're just talking to people, having all sorts of conversations.
Do you structure them, or do you plan and structure half an hour at 1 hour stage?
No, it's people saying, "Can we see this?"
and go.
Yeah, it's just, it'll come on and go, right. I'm a single mum. I've just got into a new job. I'm really struggling to juggle everything. What's right for me? We'll go, right. Okay, this is how you're going to do this. Or it could be like, I'm really struggling with money. I don't have any money at the end of, how can I? And it's like, it's used to savings one budget, and it's the people are asking for recommendations. As I say, people will answer in the comments, but if we see the comments, 9
times out of 10 people have replied before we even got round to answering their question, because we're already showing something else.
So
I think we need to talk this. You know, summer's been a very, very exciting moment, so we'll talk offline.
This is absolutely amazing. So I've got to ask, a 2 or 4 hour live just blows my mind. I'm going to follow you on TikTok, and just give us a shout out. What's your TikTok handle? It's at
Pretty Perfect Products.
At Pretty Perfect Products. I'm going to be watching your next TikTok live. But how do you see your growth going forward on TikTok Shop? Are there any particular areas that you think are going to be the bits that drive the business forward? Is it shorts? Is it live? Is it fulfilled by TikTok? Is there something else coming up that you think is really going to move the needle for the business?
It's gone so quickly. I mean, we met in April, and I was just at the beginning of this pregnancy, and now I'm about to give birth. Like in 6 months, you know, we wasn't even on TikTok Shop at all. First thing we did was upload like short form, because I'm creating the content anyway, and people were sort of asking, where do I get this planner from? And we've gone from selling on a website for it to just be in TikTok. So I'm the worst for it. When I see something, I can just click it and double click and it's done. Apple Pay, bang. So it's just, and actually for a brand that we're all about time and saving time, like it's just, you know,
save so much
time just pressing it. But yeah, I don't know what the question is now. I've gone off tangent. But yeah, what was the question again? Sorry.
So, which areas of TikTok Shop do you think are going to move the business forward in the future? Was it live shorts? Is it something else? Or is it just doing more of the same?
More.
At the minute, it's quite 50-50 between lives and content. But everyone loves to see Jacqueline's content. They just love... I mean, I'm like victim of it. I love being nosy and seeing inside people's lives, and that's exactly what Jacqueline does. She just films her life using the products, and obviously the lives are a bit more of an in-depth focus on the products, but they both work so well. So yeah, just doing more, bringing out. We're moving offices at the end of the week, so we'll have more space to do more lives. We'll be bringing out more products. It will just be kind of.
I think there's a reason why people are on lives all day.
Yeah,
I mean, because it works. You know, people wouldn't just be. It is fun, but I mean, to be on live that whole time, you know, businesses. I think that's what we're just going to be doing more and more videos and more lives.
Yeah, 100%.
When you talk about doing lives, and it's just so casual and natural to you guys now, and the very beginning was a little bit new. What helped you ease into it, and then now it kind of drives that continuous kind of interest and efforts in making more lives?
I think the first one, it was just like the unknown, because you didn't know how it was going to be and
how it worked. It was just like teething, like just baby steps, like just go and then going for it. And the more you do, the more you kind of notice all like the little like ins and outs that you can put things on the screen and not. But yeah, but
it is like talking to friends. It's not you don't feel like it's work. No. You don't feel like you're doing. It's
fun. Like we make it fun for like we have normal conversations.
As you say, we build a community. And when someone was going on a date, we'll get updates every live
every day. She comes on, we're always finding out how she's getting on.
So
we're just
and how much people are saving on those food shops and meal plan. Yeah, it's just it gets quite addictive as well, doesn't it?
I always say when it comes to live shopping, it's the same or similar to if you have a brand and you have a retail store, because so many people are walking in and you're kind of like the sales assistants, or maybe not salesy in your guys' eyes, but more assistants helping connecting with people and just talking to some people. How do you guys talk to such a huge audience when they come onto your lives?
You always make sure there's two people, don't you?
Yeah, there's always two of us. Yeah. So 9 times out of 10, one of us will be showing the product and I'll have it, obviously the phone it will be on, and then I'll have my phone and I'll be kind of answering comments as and when, like voicing over. But yeah, we work really well, like as a group. I mean, we also, when we do our big ones, we like everyone comes in, you come in, Adam comes in, there's all like everyone's there. It's like a big party. Wow. And people just love it. Like they just really bounce off of it.
We always get Domino's in the last one, and we hit 1 million likes, and then we're shouting out to the Domino's delivery driver that we got 1 million likes. He's like, yeah. It's quite funny.
It's just about making it fun and engaging for everyone. Obviously, it gets a bit tricky. Sometimes you think, oh my God, are they going to be engaged on the next one? But then they are. So it's not, we never have any doubts of it. We just, every day, they know when we're regularly going live now. So we kind of catch up with people throughout the week. Like it's just
and even
really
like
nice.
packing lunch. People, I mean, love watching
to see their order being packed.
Seeing their order being packed and just seeing the behind the scenes. So you don't even need to be on talking. You could literally just set the camera up and just be packing and just chatting like you're everyday. People just like being nosy and knowing what's going on and how it sort of runs. So.
That I think is the beauty of social commerce, where it's no longer just I'm on a website, I like this product, I'm purchasing it, and I'm on my own, I'm quiet. Actually, I'm talking to you guys and I have that interaction, engagement, and it's so organic and it's so real that I can speak to you and you're actually packaging my order. How personalized is that? So I can definitely see that and why that kind of works with you guys. One question I want to ask you guys and really wanted to find out from your insights is about the back end. So when you guys first joined, which is not a long time ago, 6 months now, and the operations may have been quite new to you. It's definitely, different to what you're used to on just having a website. But for me, what I like about Seller Center, which is our back end, is how intuitive it is. So you can manage your products, inventory, make sure everything's in one space, which I know you guys like because it's kind of a theme for you, having everything in one place. But the question, I guess, is what part of Seller Center and the back-end operations did you enjoy, or did it help with when it came to fulfilling orders or just the everyday life of, orders and TikTok Shop? What part of it was so helpful or particularly helpful?
Well, personally, I find Seller Center really easy to navigate. Like I'm not mega tech savvy, but it's really simple. There's a whole guide section. If you're stuck, there's literally a help center that can help you with everything, which is really handy. But for us, it's really handy to kind of see all of your insights. So beforehand, like with the website, you do kind of find out roughly percentage of male and female, I guess. But on TikTok, it breaks everything down to percentage of from live streams. You know how many people are following you, how many aren't, how many new followers you've gained out of it. Like the analytics behind it is really insightful to see how many new people we're reaching, or if we're reaching the same people.
And on videos as well, you've got the views and how much money you've made from that video from tagging the product. So it's like you can sort of see what content people enjoy. So obviously for us, it's the batch cooking. People love, saving money and ideas and recipes and things like that. So those videos always do really well. So it gives you a bit of an insight, doesn't it, on Seller Center?
Yeah, literally breaks down everything. It's so helpful to see kind of where your customers are coming from as well, and where just how they access.
Do you find it quite easy to get to that section and to understand what's happening?
Yeah, really easy. I find Seller Center is so easy to navigate.
Product reviews, everything. Everything's on
everything
there.
is there in one place. Affiliates.
So tell us a little bit about that product review section. What's that been like for you?
It's worked really well. We always encourage our customers on a live, and we always say if you've purchased and you love your product, please leave us a review. But I think 9 times out of 10, I know when I purchase from TikTok Shop, it does always come up in your orders, do you want to leave a review? So I've always I know that we've been it helps us. So I always try and do it for other companies as well whenever you're shopping anywhere else.
Amazing.
But everyone they want to help. Everyone that watches wants to help other people as well. So by leaving a review, if we're not live that day and they can't ask us directly, the review will help them to know what they might not want or want from the planner. Got it.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. So you use reviews not just for building reassurance that this is the right place to be, or this is the product you need, but actually for engagement, more engagement.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
The Christmas planner's got about 300 5-star reviews, and people are taking photos of it and then showing how they use it. And the meal planner page, they've taken a photo of their monthly meal plan and all their meals. And actually,
and just by seeing that as a customer, you think, okay, that's how I use that page. Yeah, that's going to help me.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So I think this is absolutely fantastic. But the one question I've got, in fact, I've got a couple of questions for you, but then I've got a ton of questions that have come in from people watching. But first of all, Jacqueline, if you had to do it all over again, what would you do differently? Or would you just do it all faster and exactly as you have done? But have you learned any lessons?
On TikTok Shop again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just get on quicker, really. I feel like that's the only thing. I think we sort of were in our heads a little bit because it was new, and I think
it's just the unknown. We didn't know how well it was going to go. But, just do what we've done in 6 months, but I've done it 6 months
sooner.
Yeah.
Just as soon as you've gone, I would have done it earlier. That's probably the only thing,
And for people that are coming on to TikTok Shop now, because I know they're still opening new categories, so there's always going to be new sellers. Like they've just opened the refurbished electronics category. That's opened it up to a ton more sellers. What are your top 3 tips for someone that's just starting on TikTok Shop today?
Just don't overthink it. Just create content, because all content is good content. There's stuff that it's taken me 30 seconds to record that's gone viral. I've had 1 million+ views. And there's content that I've spent hours editing, doing voiceovers that haven't. And it's just, I think I was a bit of a, not a perfectionist, but just trying to, overthink it a little bit at the beginning. And now it's just get on, no one cares, you show your face.
The more authentic it is,
the better. Actually, the more real and authentic, I definitely would say. So don't overthink it and just start. Get out your head type thing.
And I think that's the biggest challenge for a lot of people. And we've got some questions from people that have been watching. The first one, I think probably one for you, Charlotte, is when you went live for the first time on TikTok, did you have any nerves? And Jacqueline, I think this comes back to you. If you're nervous, what got you over the line to do that first live?
Yeah, 100%. I was so nervous. But if I would say personally, if you can, have someone else with you. I think if I didn't have Faye with me at the time, I would have just been stumbling on my words and not knowing what I was saying or what I was doing. But we just bounced off each other. And I just tell people it's your first live. We were like, guys, this is our first live. So if this is like a train crash, like I apologise, but bear with us. We're brand new to this. It's the first time we'd press the live button. So make people aware. People are going to support you. They're not going to take the mick out of you or bash you for doing it. They like it being a bit more authentic, I guess. So
show you real, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Not everything's going to be perfect. So just try it.
That is why we're called Pretty Perfect, by the way. Pretty Perfect, because perfect doesn't exist. That is the brand name. So
And I think that's what TikTok's all about, though, isn't it? It's real people showing real products and real interactions. It's not as polished as the adverts you see on the TV. This is real people showing their products. So on that theme, what's kind of your proudest TikTok live interactions? What's that standout moment for you from the last 6 months?
Probably our last live.
Yeah, our biggest live to date, which was last month, I think.
About last month. We joined live. It was just a normal, again, we hadn't really done much prep for it. TikTok give us vouchers. That's another good thing. They gave us some vouchers for the consumers. So that comes out of TikTok, not us. And we
had a new product.
Yeah, we had a new product and we were like, we got some vouchers, here's a new product. And we just
went crazy.
It went crazy, and we had so many viewers watching, didn't we? Yeah. And I think that day we had people, because I didn't even know what this meant. We had people in the comments saying, "You are number 2 on TikTok for live streams." Behind Made by Mitchell, who's obviously huge, number one. They're like, "You're number 2, you're on the podium." And we're like, "What?"
We're like, "What?" We're trying to
find it. And that's what it was. And everyone was so really happy for us. We were happy, I think. Yeah,
we hit 2 million likes, which was I'm always like the Jacqueline cries at everything. I'm always like the one that is like, right, let's up it. I think the last one we did before that, we hit 1.2 million likes.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, we can get to 1.5, and then we got to 2, and it was mad.
And we do giveaways, and the people that won the giveaways really needed the planners, and they were really struggling and stuff. And we do that's on live.
Always
we tend to give back, and I think the people that won the giveaways were so grateful. And we were really happy for him. I think it was just very emotional.
Yeah, just chaotic, but
so
And none of it was planned. So it's
no,
it's just
rocked up.
Happened on a random
if you watch
day.
our lives, you'll realise none of it's planned.
No, weirdly, for a planner business, it's not planned.
I've tuned into some of that. They do seem a little bit structured. I mean, is that is there zero planning? So
we just put a nice backdrop and be like, "What do you want to see? We'll show you."
Wow.
Sometimes we might do like a product focus, like if we might have an offer on a certain product, but it's never just going to be that product that we're only showing on that live. We show everything, but we will just say this is the one that's might have an offer on it or whatnot. But there is never really any structure to the lives. It's always like, we're going live, press the button and see what happens.
Amazing. Now, I've got a question. Yeah, someone's obviously been on your website, and they're looking at your clothes today, and they're saying that you can't miss the pink theme in your short video content and everything. How do you stay super consistent on posting your content and staying on brand?
It's not hard. You love everything pink. So
yeah, my life's pink.
It just works.
I use the products in my home. So the planners, I just get the pink planners out and start using them. And I think that's what we've been sort of known for. But yeah.
Well, we have introduced 2 more colours recently, haven't we? Like a sage green and a beige. And Faye, that works with us, she's like sage green obsessed now. She's converted so many customers that have had every product in pink to now repurchase every product in green.
Wow.
Because they're like, oh, I love it. I'm coming to the end of it. And she's like convinced them all to now do like a whole colour change. So she's like the sage green ambassador.
Yeah. When did you launch the new sage?
We've had them for a little while, yeah. But the sage green goes crazy. The beige is kind of like in between. I mean, this is quite a loud jump for me. I'm normally very neutral and very basic, so I normally go for the beige stuff. So we have like our 3 colours. We're like the Powerpuff Girls.
We are.
Yeah.
But everything's like, we're moving into the new office and all the followers are like, is it going to be pink? And we've spray painted the rack in pink.
Yeah.
Like everyone, you just know it's us, don't you? Really? Hot pink.
Just before I let you go, I've got to ask, who are your favourite creators on TikTok? Who do you follow? Who do you absolutely love? And why? What do they do that makes you want to follow them that other people could emulate?
I was talking about this earlier. Like all my saved TikToks are anyone that's like motivational, Stephen Bartlett, Gary Vee, anyone that's, telling me, you're never going to get this day back again, make it count. Go. It just gets me, I don't know, like those short form videos. And anyone really that's got a nice organised fridge. The stacking on TikTok, I could just watch them for hours. The ASMR stacking the fridge up in order is just...
Oh, when they get the Coke cans and they put it all in and it's just... Yeah. You're there. Just
I'm there. That's me. But yeah.
Shauna, with yourself. What comes to mind?
I don't really know. I follow a lot of maybe like fashion kind of content creators, but that's just because I have like a huge shopping addiction. So I think I've brought everything and then I'll scroll through TikTok and be like, oh my God, there's 2 new pairs of trainers I need now. But that's just me. And TikTok's really bad for me in that sense. It drains me of my money. But but yeah, mine's probably very different. Mine's more like a debrief, completely opposite to what we do at work. Which is organisation. Mine is just chaotic TikTok.
Amazing.
Jacqueline and Sean, I want to thank you so much for joining us today. It's been absolutely fascinating. I'd love to meet you again in the future sometime. And Shah from TikTok, thank you again so much for the presentation and for setting up this conversation. Was pretty perfect. And I think that was a pretty perfect chat for someone that wanted to find out about TikTok.
Absolutely. I could not agree more. I mean, guys, thank you so much for your time. The insights are there. I love the way you guys work, your experience. I think we've definitely got a little bit to learn from as well, some of your successes. And we'll definitely catch up soon. We'll see you guys soon. And congratulations on the journey and on the baby.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.